Nobody saw Cape Verde coming. Not like this. Not a team ranked 67th in the world. A tiny island nation of just over 500,000 people playing in their first ever World Cup knockout match against the reigning, defending world champions, against Lionel Messi with 19 World Cup goals already to his name. In Miami, in front of a watching world that expected a comfortable Argentine passage to the round of 16, Cape Verde did not read the script. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly how close the greatest upset in World Cup history came to actually happening. Argentina went ahead in the 29th minute. Messi, back in the starting lineup after being rested for the final group game, received the ball on the edge of the area and did what Messi does. Controlled, assessed, finished. His 20th World Cup goal, a record that now stands alone in the history of the competition. The world relaxed. The story felt like it was writing itself. Then the 59th minute arrived. Deroy Duarte received the ball from Ryan Mendes, turned and fired inside the far post past Emiliano Martinez. His first ever international goal, scored against the world champions in a World Cup knockout match, in a stadium that fell momentarily silent before erupting in the kind of noise that only happens when something impossible has just become real. Argentina 1-1 Cape Verde. Sports journalist Tim Vickery has covered South American football for decades and has written extensively about the psychological fragility that can affect even the greatest teams when an opponent refuses to accept the role assigned to them. Cape Verde refused completely. Their defensive organization throughout the match produced just 0.45 expected goals against Argentina's 2.16. They were not just surviving, they were defending with a coherence and intelligence that made Argentina look ordinary for long stretches. Vozinha, the Cape Verde goalkeeper, denied Messi twice in ways that will be talked about for years. A free kick in the 73rd minute that was heading for the top corner. Saved. A close-range opportunity that seemed certain. Saved. The goalkeeper of a nation of 500,000 people standing between Lionel Messi and the World Cup record that everyone assumed was inevitable. The match went to extra time. Lisandro Martinez scored almost immediately after the restart. Argentina 2-1. The world breathed again. And then Sidny Cabral scored what may stand forever as the greatest goal in the history of Cape Verdean football, a strike so good that the commentators fell momentarily silent before the words arrived. Cape Verde had equalized again, against Argentina. In extra time, at a World Cup, Argentina 2-2 Cape Verde. What followed was the most sustained period of pressure any team has applied to Argentina since the 2022 final against France. Cape Verde pushed. They believed. They pressed with the physical energy of a team that had somehow not noticed they were supposed to be running on empty against the best team in the world. And then, in the 111th minute, a Messi header was steered goalward by Romero and deflected off Dini Borges into the Cape Verde net. An own goal. The cruelest way to lose a match of this magnitude. Argentina 3-2 Cape Verde after extra time. Psychologist Guy Jordet has researched the lasting psychological impact of near-historic upsets on the teams that survive them. His findings are consistent. A team that nearly loses to an opponent they should comfortably beat carries that near loss into every subsequent match. The knowledge that it almost happened changes how decisions are made under pressure. Argentina now know that the 2026 World Cup will not hand them anything, that every match must be earned completely. Cape Verde go home, but they leave with something that cannot be taken away. They twice equalized against the world champions. They pushed the greatest player in the history of the sport to his absolute limit. They produced one of the great goals of this tournament. They played a match that the 2026 World Cup will be remembered for long after the trophy has been lifted. Nobody saw Cape Verde coming, and Argentina, advancing to face Egypt in the round of 16, will not make the mistake of not seeing the next opponent coming either.